nice and cool fall afternoon at Bush Pasture Park at McCulloch Stadium, and we're ready to go here, Craig, to the start of game number 2 for the Willamette Bearcats. And right now, we are looking at what I would say a game against a team that is in its first season in Lincoln University. But before we get to that, let's briefly go back even just 2 weeks on a very quick look back at the big UPS win 2 weeks ago.
It was a great win and a great way, obviously, to start the season there, Mike, with putting up 48 points, getting out to the big lead early, and kind of holding on in the second half. I believe that the Bearcat coaches learned a lot from watching that game tape. And, of course, you can't argue with going 1-0 to start things out. I think that the coaching staff and the players would have rather played last week, right afterwards instead of having a week off. But this does give them a chance to get ready for this game here today.
Williams Christ back near his 40-yard line here with 8:45 to play. First quarter, 7-0 Lincoln, and the Oaklanders get the ball back. Sam Adams will drive it to the left. It'll bounce inside the 35 and down to the 29, where it's picked up there by Chris. Chris dancing to the 40. Comes right, flags down. Now far left to the 45. Going to outrun, and Adams, the punter, is there. Can't get to him. Too much speed inside the 40 of the Willamette Bearcats, but you got to think a block or a hold will bring that one back.
As much running around as went on there, the Bearcats did have really good pursuit, Mike, coming from the backside, and to hold that one, it looked like he was going to be able to spring that one. But you're right. There's going to be a block at the back, I believe.
During the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block of the return team, number 12, 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Well, that's a big plus for the Bearcats right now.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can see this.
Oh, yeah.
Right there, there's a blindside block. But look at this, Mike, as he reverses his direction. Right here, it looks like this one's going to be able to go. But the Bearcats do a pretty good job of pursuit. And there you see Sam Adams slowed him down. But now Willamette, again, let's see what kind of adjustments they were able to dial up after that first drive by the Oaklanders ended up in the end zone.
One of my favorite new special teams players for a couple of reasons. He's not that big a guy, but he hits like one, and I love his name, Hans Lindstrom. And here on Oktoberfest weekend, Hans is going to get a little bit of more, oompa. First and 10 on the 23. 8.5 to play first quarter. Lincoln with the lead by 1 touchdown, and they'll complete the pass out in the flat. Flags are down, and the guy's still running. I thought he stepped out of bounds. I haven't heard a whistle, and he's up near midfield. A nice reception by Whitfield. Very physical, but this is coming back to it.
5'8", 189 pounds. You're right, Mike. He was right on that that sideline. It looked like he was going to go out of bounds, but there's actually a couple of flags on the field now.
We're going to be sorting this out. I'm very impressed, and you got to think that if Lincoln, here we go.
Illegal block in the back, for 13, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Lamar Housley in the wrong place, so again, another penalty will help the Bearcat cause. Now maybe you can cause a turnover, get that ball back, maybe even make a defense scores here. Let's see.
What balance by Whitfield, Mike. You're right. He was knocked. He should have gone out of bounds, but he was able to keep his balance and get down the sideline here.
I forget how much fun it is that they're having now that they have football back. They're back in school. They're with their friends, whether it's here at practice or in class or wherever it might be, and how much they all miss it. I mean, I missed it. You missed it. But these young men, they're really resilient. Right. So I'm telling you what, Adams and Fick, looking forward to it. Flags down on the snap, could be procedure, but the helmet comes off again from one of the Bearcats. Dom Torres loses it, and the running back is on the loose down to the 20-yard line. I couldn't see. It looks like Josh Blocker.
Mike Green, the leading rusher for Lincoln. But let's see what's going to happen here as the flag's all the way back at the 42-yard line. And I tell you what, these guys are playing hard. I mean, they are running hard. You don't bring them down with just the initial hit.
I don't know if I want to stick my head around.
Illegal formation, offense, 5 men in the backfield, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Missed that.
Well, this is what happened in the first half of last week's game against Whitworth for
52
Lincoln.
Needs to leave the game for one play.
They would have these plays like this, but because of penalties and all of that, it would kind of come back. And you kind of expect that when you just talked about, this team has not just came together in July.
3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, drops the ball, picks it up. Bergstrom, no time. He runs right into a couple of defenders. And looking at him was Luke Seymour and drops him for a loss near the 43.
Well, this is one where I think Burston panicked a little bit here, Mike. He dropped the snap, and so he's looking to go right now, and he really had some time. But then he puts his head down and tries to go, and that, as you mentioned, that Seymour is there along with Chris Brown, who's really having a good first half here, Mike.
Kuykendall in behind him. Double slot formation now. They'll set her on the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Wind in his face a little bit here today. It's breezy. Across the middle, Paradis with a nice tot catch. Jared, the sophomore from West Covina, California, with a great catch. He had the touchdown earlier. He got it up to the 23.
And this is a great job of hanging on to this one, Mike, because he is going to get popped by Kobe Jenkins right as he gets the ball right there, right on the ball, too. So Paradis with a good job of hanging on.
10.5 to play, first half. Quick snap, one back, come left, got lots of speed. Breaks the tackle and now switching field after breaking one tackle, now breaking two. And it's Keaton Adams that comes up and lays it to Damon Drew from Virginia.
Well, this is a lot of effort by Drew, Mike, but he cost himself about 7 yards here on this run. You see, he was almost going to go down right there, but his knee actually, I think, hit, Mike.
Yeah.
They didn't. So this is a little bit of a break by the Bearcats as he circles back and then finally gets tackled, but they're going to mark it down at the 41-yard line.
But credit Dominic Corrado with the turning him around the other way so Keaton Adams can bury him for a loss. Brings it back to 3rd down and 12 at the 41-yard line. But one receiver left, 3 to the right, and a back up in behind. Burston. He's got time. Now some pressure, but looking into the end zone. One man, and he throws it deep into the end zone, about 5 steps ahead of his receiver that time, Lamar Housley, who was battling a couple of defenders to include Dylan Street all the way.
And Burston is shaken up, Mike. He really got rocked, and it looks like he's holding that left arm.
Oh, no.
As he goes out. We're going to see. We don't see it at the end of that play there as he just kind of lets that one go, but he just got plastered. Now they roll him over to the other side to Gammon Howard.
3rd and goal from the 26. Back inside, finding Mr. Paradis. Incomplete at the 10. He runs into the defender. He ran right into Williams-Chris that time as he caught the ball and dropped it.
Well, he gets hit. This is just timing on the hit here. It leads him out a little bit out in front, and you're going to see Jenkins come right there, right in front of his face. And
for Lincoln, Burston right up the middle. New back in the field at the 10, now down to the 5, and inside the 5 down to the 4. About his 4th play, Isaiah Pollard, the first year again he plays linebacker and running back. And he made a nice catch. Good pickup, 6-7 yards.
But again, good pursuit by the Bearcats here as they're going to run him down and make the stop here. Preston Doyle is in on the hit, along with a couple of others. This is going to bring up an interesting 4th down here. And they're not going to go for a field goal here. No. They're just going to let the clock run, I think. 27 seconds to go.
Michael Harrington has come in for the Bearcats on which could be the final play of this ball game with under 20 to go. They're running it.
Let's see if they try to punch another one in with just seconds to go in this game.
From the 4-yard line. Quick chance. Got a man to do it. He does. Hey, David too with a nice run. His first touchdown, I believe, of his career. I'm pretty sure from what I looked at the stats. So 2 comes in from 4 yards away, extending this lead to 33-9. I'm trying to just say I don't see that as a run-up. Now, you might say that it was. I think you got a lot of guys that are out there trying to play and make the team and show what they can do, and you let them play.
Well, yeah, and this is.
I'd say stop them.
Well, again, this is a first-year school, first-year team, and this is their opportunity for their first win.
Yes.
So, yeah, let these kids enjoy it. You know, I know a lot of folks say just take a knee and let that clock run. Only 9 seconds to go, but I mean, these guys have worked hard, and they're going to earn their first win here in school history, by the way.
Timeout, Lincoln.
So the Bearcats will be in their history books.
Isn't that interesting? You know, one of the notes I saw from Steve Flego was the first lead ever by a Lincoln football team was 9-7 over Whitworth last week, and that was one of those things where, you know, all these little victories, if you will. And this is a big victory here today. Yeah, who did they first beat? The very first win they ever had. Long when we're gone, 50 years from now, they're going to look back and go, "Oh, is that Willamette University up in Salem, Oregon?" You know.
yeah, that'll be the first one. But they've earned it here today.
Oh, yes, they have.
Very good ball club, and it'll be really interesting to see how this program matures as they go forward here.
That, by the way, was hand signal for "Look out there, it's raining."
Oh, is that what it was?
Is that what you thought? I thought it was blessing us. I wasn't. I was doing the rain dance.
I didn't know if it's dandruff or what.
9 seconds, Ochoa with the extra point try here. And the rain is starting to fall as the game comes to an end. High snap. Ochoa just says, "I'm following through." Went below Nisha, and it's good. 9 seconds to go. 34-9. And a quick break here on the Bearcat Network as the Oaklanders are starting to feel the W. Back in a half minute. Well, I've always been, I lived over there for a couple of years, going over there, if COVID permitting, in December with my wife to see the family. And ich komme aus Deutschland. So I enjoyed living there and the culture, and I'm 1/4 German, so there I go. I'm a 2-bit German. From the 25, and a rain starting to roll here. Dante turning hand off, lots of room. Is that Thomas? I see a new running back in the backfield. If that's number 32, that's the old number 99, and it is, and it's so good to see him in there, and that's the last play of the game as Thomas Worth gets himself a quick carry of about 9 yards, and that's your ball game. We're going to pause here for a quick timeout. We'll come back and give you some quick looks at some statistics and close it out here in Salem as the rain falls, the game falls to an end, and the Lincoln Oaklanders have come away with a 34-9 defeat of Willamette here in Salem today. For our friends along the way on Capital Community Media, don't know if you're staying with us. Don't think you are. Thank you very much. Craig and I always enjoy working with you. We'll talk to you down the road as well. Bearcat Network people, stick around. We'll be right back here in a few moments.